How's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This week on the weekly dividend paying account, I don't really know what happened or what's been going on this week, but it seems like it's been a good week all in all. This is essentially the first time I'm seeing this with you. Um, so I'm not really sure. Let's see, the day or up, week, really up, month, 3 months, and year to date. Are we up? Okay, wow. Um, yeah, that's a lot. Seems like total profits up here on the left side, doing great. How's the equity going on our accounts? Still hitting our minimums. YMAX is still 30K. Alti has climbed up to 16K without me ever adding anything to it. That's it, it's past ex dividend date, right? I'm pretty sure it's past ex dividend date. That's funky, but a good funky. Great. RDTE also way above the threshold. It's nearly at 11K. I don't know if it was that last week, but again, these aren't bad things. It's just slightly unexpected. I wonder what happened. LFGY at 10.6K. Let's see. Bitcoin's down a bit. Oh, it looks like SPY's up. Okay, so we kind of followed the same. Let's see, this week we're up 4%. SPY's up 3%. So we're following the S&P as per our expectations of this account because it's anchored towards YMAX, which has a lot of S&P 500 stuff, and RDTE, which is the Russell. Okay, this is all great news, actually, now that I look at it. If we look on the left side here, we can see the top day gainer. Oh, wow. Okay. Everything's up. Everything. Yeah. Kind of notice that. Let's check the analytics. Yeah. And then profits. Yep. That's exactly what I was expecting from this account post building up on it. But the total profit, there we go. Dividends received 6.8, total profit of 1.5. Doing amazing. Again, we're still not even a couple months into this, and it's already looking amazing. This could be the peak before the drop. So, as always with anything in investing, we're never too high, we're never too low. We just kind of stay steady, and that's how you kind of run through the market, kind of just steady. Let's look through the total profit. YMAX is up nearly 1,000. LFGY is up 4%, 400, and YMAX is up nearly the same as Alti. Wow. Okay. RDTE is still down 516, so we're still recovering with RDTE. RDTE was purchased prior to the slump that occurred during the first quarter of the year, so we're still recovering from that, and understandably so. It's going to take a while based on if the RDTE can maintain its equity value without me having to add extra dividends and or extra money. If it can maintain this equity within this 10K range or potentially hitting the 11K range, I'm hoping it can do that for a couple more weeks. Since we get about $70 to $100, give or take, per payout, that would be 4 to 5 weeks until we hit break even on RDTE. Overall in the portfolio, we're doing pretty good. As you can see, everything else is kind of positive. And there's nothing here that's out of the blue. Let's check how much we're getting paid in terms of yield, or not yield, but if you look to your left, that's how much we're getting paid in the month. Of course, we never had a full month of this account yet, so we're not getting 3,400. I think we are on track to, if I focus here, I think we're on track to 3,000, just about 3,000. 2225 plus 799. What is that? 2225 plus 799. 3,000. So we're a couple $100 off. By a couple, I mean $400 off, but still great. No problemo. Easily paying off the monthly minimums of the loan and some, whilst maintaining equity without me needing to put extra money in. A great month, all in all, no issues. This, if it stays like this for the next couple of months, will be peachy green. Of course, most times it's probably not going to be like that. Just look at how the first quarter went of this year. But it's nice to see a green month in general. I really don't know what happened, but if you do, whatever world news happened, please let me know. We are getting 347 here, 235 here, 127 and 87. These are declared already, and they should be arriving. If I go to my Robinhood real quick, I'm willing to bet it's already sitting on my account. Let me just... Yeah, it's probably already sitting there, but I'll just keep it here. These are already the declared ones, so it's accurate. It will probably pay... When does it pay? June 27th. That's recording date today. Okay, that's today. So it will pay... Robinhood typically pays later in the evening, early evening, at worst, the Monday morning during during the early stock market open in New York Stock Exchange. So at worst, but hopefully it pays on Friday. That way I can put it towards, I'm not really sure, maybe reinvest it, maybe pay off the loan faster. Either way, it's a great month, specifically a great week. Our yield went up to 60%, even though it was 55 and 40 at some points. And yeah, no problems here. Seems like we can maintain this throughout. If anything, I'd probably, if I were to focus more on which, let's see here, YMAX. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, 347 on YMAX. Multi 235, just as the snowball analytics show. Yeah, so it's making sense. Again, if you want to know what I'm using or how I'm calculating all this, it's in the description. So it would mean a lot if you could click on it. If not, please enjoy the transparency, because that's all I got. All I'm doing. Being transparent. 60% yield, 41 grand dividends. I think the goal that I had set was $60,000 in dividends annually. That might be if this thing survives long enough, then that could be achieved anywhere from this year to even the start of next year with this type of speed. And also I'm implementing the strategy as well of the YouTuber that essentially puts his whole paycheck in the stock market or in the brokerage. I'm also implementing a little bit of that strategy. Of course, mine is a ton more aggressive than his is, but I am stealing that aspect of it just so that way all the money is sitting at one spot and pulling margin in order to pay off bills. Yeah, there it is. My goal, 41,000, 60,000 annually. What is that? $5 grand a month. $5 grand a month would be absurd. Be amazing. And we're paying here, and everything looks good to go. Again, just a heads up. The reason why I also sound a little bit confused is because I don't look at this until, wow, it just went up as we're talking. But the reason why I also sound a little bit confused is because I don't look at this until the day that I record. So I don't know the ex-dividend dates. I only know that I should record on Friday mornings because Friday mornings is typically when I get paid. So if they switcheroo and start changing dates, I have no idea. But anyway, that's the weekly roundup of this week. A very great week. Hopefully we see more of these to come. And thank you again for stopping by. Hopefully we'll see you next week to show you what I did with the dividends, and or if I reinvested it on anything. Maybe build up YMAX so that way there's a bigger cushion. So that way 30K is the lowest threshold, and we'll keep it around the 31, 32K. Potentially add it to LFGY. So it seems like Bitcoin is a little bit down. Maybe the perfect time to get in on the LFGY crypto income so that way it pays more when it rallies up again, because it always rallies up, it seems like. And with Robinhood being so pushy with their recent crypto stuff, I'm guessing something must have happened in relation to crypto, because I'm getting emails throughout this week as well showing like deposit for crypto this, crypto that. So there's a lot of crypto stuff. So I'm guessing it might be a good time to get in since it's pulled back a tiny bit. Again, it's still 107K, so pulled back is quite a relative term. It's 107K for a single Bitcoin, but yeah. Hopefully you join me in the next episode or in next week's episode whenever I show you what it looks like then. In terms of, the last thing, the margin. So I do say I want to keep it like a 23. I want to keep it a 50% margin. Right now we're a little above that since the account has risen to a $46,000 account, and I'm only using 22,000 margin max. That is not 50%. That is like 40 something percent. I want to at least hit like 47, 48,000 for a consistent amount of time before I level up the margin to 23,000. You know, I kind of don't want to ramp it up because I don't want my margin outpacing my equity. And with any event, any 10%, 5% drop, 15% drop, since we've already lived through one in the first quarter, I want to be a little bit, I want to reel back the margin just a tiny bit. I know it's not that much, but it's better safe than sorry. I'm guessing it's about a portfolio is a 55% above your maintenance. So we're really far out of a margin call. But still, better safe than sorry, especially with such an aggressive account. It's probably one of the more aggressive accounts, besides those that just go all in on one company like MSTY or Palantir. But besides those, mine's a pretty aggressive account for what it's trying to achieve in terms of a basket of funds, diversified, relatively speaking, in relation to a covered call strategy. But yes, I will not be touching the margin or bumping it up until it hits 47,000 equity to 48,000 equity for a decent amount of time, maybe like a week or two. And if it stays steady around there, then boom, I'll bump it up to 23. I'm probably actually, there's a higher chance of me bumping it down to 21, if not 20K by using the margin that it's, by using the dividends that it's sending me, the funds are sending me, and paying down the margin just a little bit more, provide a wee bit of cushion. But yeah, that's the game plan. Those are the potential thoughts, potential ideas that I got going, and you will see next week which one I actually follow through on. So I'll see you then.